Have you ever wondered how much closing costs are here in Nevada? Well, I have the answers for you today. Hey everybody, Eric Hudson here, and I get this all the time. What are my closing costs? So today I'm going to go through typical closing costs on a conventional loan for a buyer. That way you at least know what you're getting into when you purchase a home here in Nevada. So we're going to start off. I'm using this little net sheet form, and I'm going to go into it. It's from one of the title companies I use, and it covers most everything here. There are different forms out there. The fees are always going to be fairly close to each other for various reasons, mainly because the fees are regulated by the Department of Insurance here in the state of Nevada. So let's get to it. I've already pulled up a little house that I'm going to be showing today. I'm not going to put it in client name. I may even block out the address. Haven't figured that out. What's really neat about this one is it pulls in some data that's going to be used later. So let's go down. Right now, we're going to pretend I have a sales price of about $300,000 on a conventional loan. And we're going to be putting 5% down on it. So 95% what's known as loan to value ratio. Interest rates, I put in 3% because right now 3% is the current normal interest rate with good credit. And 30 years, so they'll be borrowing $285,000, so a $15,000 down payment. So as far as closing costs go, we have to figure out when the closing date is. Closing date is important because a lot of fees are based on that closing date, especially things like interest. So I just chose something random here because we're just doing an example of July 14th. On this house, and what's really cool about this program is it pulls in what the taxes really are. So this house, the taxes are $1,352.96, and that's for this current tax year. So let's go over and start going over your closing costs. There are two parts to closing costs: the closing costs themselves and what are known as prepaids. So in closing costs, we start with the escrow fee. The escrow fee, this is the fee to the escrow company for providing their service to you. And traditionally, it is split between the buyer and the seller. So we're talking buyer here. So since it's $350, that means the entire fee is $700. We have two title policies, or it could be one or two based on certain criteria. Normally, when there's a loan, there are two title policies, one for the owner. Normally, the seller pays the owner's title policy. You pay for your lender if you have a lender. Cash purchaser does not have a lender, so they get to save that money. In this case, $653. You have or can have what's known as an origination fee. This is 1% of the loan value. This is one of the ways that the bank makes money. They got to make money, right? So they charge you 1% up front. Some do, some don't. So let's say we have a 1% origination fee. Some can charge as little as 0.5%, and then there's also a thing known as points. You don't see points as much anymore. Points, that's a buy down of your interest rates. If you had points, you would add those in also if you're being charged points. There's a processing fee. Just about every bank is going to charge you a processing fee, and some will go as far as charge you origination fee, points, processing fee, and an underwriting fee. These all add up. So when you go into your banks, make sure you're shopping around and seeing what fees they're charging you, because one bank could easily not charge origination fee, not charge points, not charge an underwriting fee, just charge a processing fee of, let's say, $9.95. But you got this other bank that's doing all this other stuff. So on this $300,000 house, you could have $5,000 in closing costs from one bank and $9.95 from another. That adds up in your pocket.
Wow.
Okay. So next, tax service contract. These are just little nuisance fees. I'm not going to lie. The title company has nuisance fees, aka they want money. Doc prep fee, that may or may not be charged by your bank or your title company. Underwriting, like I said, some will charge it, some won't. When you get your letter from your bank, some of them will put in what their fees are. If they do not put in what their fees are, ask for them. They have to give you their fees. And at the very least, when you get your initial loan processing paperwork, those fees are going to be in there. So make sure you look over those fees. And if you want to, shop around. I'm not telling you to use one bank. Shop around because it's your money. Then there's an appraisal. The appraisal is an independent arbiter who is going to go in and figure out if the home is worth what you are asking to pay for it. And their job is to protect the bank. They work for the bank. You get to pay for it. Appraisal is normally paid up front by you. Your bank may ask for your credit card information, or if you bank with them, they may just say, hey, can we take it out of your checking account or something. Some will roll it into the closing costs for you, pay it up front for you and roll it into the closing cost. And some will pay it for you. Now, some of the banks that do VA loans will pay that for you. So look out for that and ask what fees that they will pay for you. Credit report, that's going to be pretty normal. Recording fees here in Clark County are about $84. You're $42 and you record 2 different things. So it comes out to be $84. Home warranty. You want a home warranty even if you pay for it. If your seller pays for it. Heck, maybe your agent pays for it. Some agents will pay home warranty for you, especially on the right deal, you know. But it's something that can save you a little bit of money. And here's where it saves you money. We live in the desert. I don't know if anyone told you that. Desert gets hot in the summer. It gets up to 115 degrees in the shade.
No.
Hang this crap about dry heat. It's hot. Your air conditioner goes out, you are boiling and dying. You want somebody to come out and fix that sucker for $75. Hot water heater goes out. Oh man, I just did one of those things. Your water heater goes out. You want somebody to come out and fix that sucker. Because a water heater, with everything, it could be up to $1,200. Some of these warranties will cover your appliances. Have you noticed these stoves have gotten very sophisticated? It's not your grandmama's stove where you just turn it on and put your match to it and light it up. No, they have electronics now. They have fans in them and everything. Look at your washer and dryer. The panel goes out on your washer. That could be the cost of a new washer. Home warranties will cover that stuff. Be very careful with the home warranty also. Make sure it's a reputable company, one of the big boys, because some of these companies, I'm going to be honest with you, real estate is pay to play. These companies, the title companies, the lenders, the warranty companies, they throw all of this stuff at you or at the realtor to get them to use their company. And sometimes there's a lot of pressure out there. I'm not going to lie about it. It really is. There's a lot of money to be made in real estate, not just the whatever percentage they charge to the seller that gets distributed out. There's a whole bunch of other money. We'll get into that later if you really want to get down to it. So you got, let's see, your FedEx. That's really something if you're not signing locally. So maybe you're out of town. They can actually take care of that. You don't have to sign in the company at the company. Let's see. This one here, admin fee for the broker. The broker may charge an admin fee. And that is very, very common here in the Las Vegas area. It started with the economic meltdown. And when things got better, people kept paying the fee. So more and more companies charged it. And it's not just, most cases, people just charge you. the broker charges the agent that fee, and they pass that fee on to you. So yes, as a buyer, you do not have to pay for your real estate agent. They may ask you to pay this fee that's been passed on to them, because it is traditional here in their market at this time. Then there's some adjustments. So your closing costs are about $7,000. And then we have prepaids. These are things like your insurance, taxes, and some interest. So they'll charge a certain amount of interest up front. Remember, your payments when you buy a house are usually interest for the first few years. They'll pay some insurance, 12 to 15 months. I've seen as little as 4. 15 is being very conservative. I'd probably put in 12 on this one. Let's do it. And monthly taxes. So it'll pay 4 months of monthly taxes. That's why this is cool. It pulls in your taxes, so you get a good number here. And let's talk about PMI real quick. PMI is private mortgage insurance. That is insuring your loan for your banker. So if you were to lose your house for some odd reason, aka get foreclosed on, have to short sell, PMI company pays the bank the difference of what you owe and what the house is worth. So if we were to have a market downturn or something, because normally you would put 20% down, but we have all kinds of exotic products now. And the normal is out the door. Not too many people do 20% anymore. It's usually, 10% down mortgage, 5%, 3%, 1%. So they have to have their position covered, and that's what PMI is. So when it's all said and done, you got to bring $24,800 to the closing table. Now, something that's not covered here, but is kind of relevant, is the EMD, the earnest money deposit. That's that money you put down to hold that house. So let's pretend it was $3,000 in this case. You would actually subtract that $3,000 from this. So including your down payment of $15,000 and subtracting that $3,000, you would come to the table with $21,800. And just real quick, you don't come and you don't write a check for $21,800 on the day of closing. The day prior, you should get a wire instruction from the title company for you to wire that money in. Okay? And that's how it's done. Is once that's wired in, that's really takes care of most everything you need. Hope this helps you out with your closing costs. And every week I put out a minimum of 1 video. I'm trying to work myself up to 2 and possibly 3 per week. And I just really want to get some good information out there for you guys so you start to learn the entire real estate process and what it takes to move here to Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe, hit that like button, and give me a thumbs up. And leave a comment below, especially if you want to see something to get covered. Okay, thanks a lot, y'all.